I think I have a very pointed question. I think this is something that all four of you guys are good at answering. Could answer because you've grown very, very quickly, especially on like Twitter, but like everywhere, right? You in the content creation world, I think your names are coming up a lot. And 100 Thieves and all that stuff is helped, obviously, but it's I think that a lot of people are struggling now if they want to make stuff and they want to interact and kind of have that dynamic, where you find your three really good friends and you guys are kind of doing this thing together. And it kind of takes, I mean, you guys networked, right? You met each other and then you decided that you were going to kind of build this thing. And I know that a lot of the stuff on Twitter and stuff is like you guys interacting with each other and sharing memes, and that's kind of been the I don't know, the firewood that's building the fire. I'm sorry, that was a super boomer.
Wow.
Boomer metaphor, but that's what we get here. So if for the people out there that are like, okay, how do I like build that same type thing, whether it's on Twitter or Twitch or whatever, without looking like I'm just trying to leech off other people? Like, how do I network and kind of build the thing without looking like I want everyone to come look at my stuff?
I'm gonna be honest, that's actually something I like. Not like I think I struggle with that a lot too, because there's a lot of people that like I would love to like just make content with, and that's the whole thing. They got us out to LA, and there's so many content creators here, but I literally don't know how to like just make a video with them without like looking like, because like we're so small right now, and it's like oh my 20,000 subs on YouTube compared to his like millions or hundreds of thousands, and I'm like I just want to make a video just because I think that video would be like really funny and shit. And I'm like, I don't know how to come out with like without looking like, oh yeah, give me subscribe, you know what I mean? Like
I mean, I don't think there is a way, is there?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I think that's something that like a lot of like smaller creators, including myself, like kind of just struggle. Like you can't really, it's like weird to just, I don't know, it depends how a person takes it, I guess, like how like whoever you're talking to,
for sure.
But like yeah, that's just kind of like, I don't know, like it's weird. I don't know, it's like it's one of those things that like you don't know what to say or like how to come with someone you might have not even talked to a lot. They're like, oh, you know what, you don't want to collab or you want to do this.
Yeah, it's almost like I feel like, and tell me if you agree with this. When you guys, so like when you and Avalanche and Frosty, like you guys are making everyone's ganging up on Frosty, which I brought him up a lot because it's hilarious that the kind of relationship you guys have. But like, it's very genuine. Like you can tell you guys all really like each other, and no one ever thinks that anyone's genuinely being mean to anybody ever. You know what I mean? Like you've created that situation where you're like, we're just a bunch of friends and we create content together. And if you approach other people outside the circle with that same like, bro, I really liked this, I think that our vibe would be hilarious, and I'm available if you ever want to make anything together or anything. I just got some ideas. It'd be super cool to talk about it if you're really genuine about it. Like if you're really like, if you're not like, yo, check out my channel, do you think we can make something together? That feels like the other way. But if you're like, yo, I have some really great ideas, and I genuinely think that we'd have a really good time, or even and you're in a good spot now where like you might meet someone at I mean, not right now, but meet someone at a party or meet someone at an event or something. And because a lot of people do this stuff on like TwitchCon and stuff, right?
Yeah.
They just meet people they weren't going to meet before. And we, both Paul and I have met a bunch of people for this podcast. We played a bunch of new people in Tarkov and all kinds of different games just because of that same, you just got to be, I feel like you got to be genuine. Would you agree with that?
No, yeah, for sure. I mean, like if you have the intention of just seeing someone with a lot of subs and just using them to get subs, and there's no content from that. There's no like, if you want to like actually make a video with someone, you got to be like genuine and like actually like like don't hit up random people in hopes to like grow your you know what I mean? Like you got to be like at least like friends or something with them, like have some sort of contact with them. For example, like this was really dope. I don't know if you watched Call Me Carson, like their group made a video of like robbing Twitch streamers or robbing like streamers' houses where they like, I don't know if you saw the clip with him robbing Pokimane. Like he ran into her. Yeah, there was that clip of him running in.
Didn't see that.
Really? It went like pretty viral. He ran in, like Carson like ran into her room while she was streaming, grabbed the laptop and then busted his ass running out. Like that was like in the video.
No.
Yeah, it was like pretty big. But like they basically like formed in LA and they all came and they quote unquote robbed streamers' houses. It was like a really great video, and they hit us up and they're like, oh, like can yours be one of the houses, like content creators' house we robbed? And we were like, yeah, sure, because that'd be like a funny. And it was like they had a great time. They came over here. They like skateboarded on our roof and fell down. Like it was just like a good overall video. And like we both parties had like a good time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they only did that because we've talked before. But like if it's someone that like you've literally like you don't even follow, you have no contact with, like then it's kind of
yeah.
yeah
Makes sense.
And I there's one other thing I think that I don't think I've touched on. I think that you do incredibly well, and actually that's how you and I have had we've had a ton of like this is the first time we ever spoken in person, or not in person, but like with our voices. But we've talked back and forth on Twitter like a ton.
Yeah.
Right. And it's just like you do something hilarious, and I'm like, that's hilarious, and then I just say that's hilarious, and then like, thanks, dude, and that's our like. I like that, and you're like, thank you. I worked hard on it, and then that's our kind of icebreaker. So like, you even if you have 200 followers on Twitter, if you like stuff, let them know. Hey, that was hilarious, or try to be witty, or show your own like your own personality. And then in a year, if you've seen that same person like in a bunch of your conversations, and you've said stuff back to them, because you're a person who interacts with like literally everybody who interacts with your tweets, like you're gonna remember that person, and then someday, 2 years in the future, they're in LA at a party because they started to take off a little bit. You're like, oh, what's up? Let's collab. And then, now you're doing something you never thought you would be doing. I think that's kind of the story of what everyone everyone's had, that like that thing where they were just, you just got to stay on it. It just takes time, and don't try to take any shortcuts, and it usually
for sure.